Now, I am sure we are all aware of the sad passing of Queen Elizabeth II. She passed away a few weeks ago, and they'll be having a public funeral tomorrow, but people are allowed to go visit her coffin in that church where people can pay respects, and people have been lining up for hours and hours to see the Queen, pay their respects, to mourn, etc. Hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of people have been waiting up to 14 hours just to see the Queen's coffin for a few minutes to mourn, to pay their respects. And yet, these two celebrities thought it would be a great idea to skip the queue and not wait like everyone else. And these two celebrities was Phillip Schofield and Holly Willoughby, the hosts of the TV show or the new show, whatever you want to call him, called This Morning in the UK. And let me just rephrase it, allegedly they cut in, and a response the This Morning gave on Instagram about this whole accusation about them cutting the queue was kind of dog shit, I'll be honest, but we'll get into that in a bit. But if it is true that they cut the queue when hundreds of thousands of people had been waiting far, far longer, up to about 20 to 14 hours in this massive queue, then they are scumbags. I don't care what they were doing, they are scumbags. Now, someone like David Beckham, who's far bigger than Philip and Holly, someone who's actually interacted with the Queen, still chose to actually wait in the queue, which it should be for everyone. You don't just get a cut because you're famous. Now, I don't know what they were thinking, if this is true that they did cut. Honestly, it might be ITV's fault, but at the same time, they had their own individual choices. They didn't have to cut the queue. And I honestly just think they need to properly respond to this when they air again, which I believe they'll probably be airing on Tuesday. Hopefully, I don't know, because it definitely won't be on Monday. It's obviously a bank holiday because it's the Queen's funeral, which is understandable. And honestly, I think it's even worse that they particularly cut it. Even if they were trying to film something for ITV, or for even if they were trying to film something for This Morning, no one really clicks on This Morning to see them sort of topics. Now, I know everyone's really covering, obviously, the Queen's passing right now. It's, or at least all the BBC, all the news shows are obviously going to cover this, especially today. But at the same time, they're not even airing today, so I don't understand why they thought this would be a good idea. But I also think they didn't expect to be caught if they did cut in the queue. I honestly don't think they expected it. I don't think they thought anybody would notice. Now, some other news programme was trying to call out the fact that Holly Willoughby was wearing a face mask, and maybe she was trying to hide the fact she was there, which, if that is true, I don't know if it's too... I think that's too far into it. I think people are kind of just trying to pull things out of their ass at that point. But if that is true, let's just say it is, then Philip was a bit of a moron for not wearing one as well. But I just if it is true that they did cut the queue, I honestly just don't think they expected this amount of backlash, and I don't think they expected to be caught by it. Now, I am going to quickly read the response from This Morning TV, their statement about the whole thing. So, as you'll see in a screenshot right here, this morning, this was posted to their Instagram. It says, "Hello everyone, we would like to clarify something. We asked Philip and Holly to be part of a film for this Tuesday's programme. They did not jump the queue, have VIP access, or file past the Queen lying in state, but instead they were there in a professional capacity as part of the world's media. to report on this event. And I think that statement's kind of bullshit, to be honest. Because the morning doesn't really cover topics like this, especially when it's going to be kind of a day after the funeral. Like, when is the... I get everyone's covering this, but again, this morning's not really known to be covering this kind of topic. I think far more... No, that's not the right phrase, sorry. I think far more other news shows are obviously covering every little aspect about this. And I think if they did want to do pay respects to the Queen or whatever, they should have just done it before. And honestly, if they did cut the queue for whatever reason, even if they were trying to film something, that's kind of disgusting, I've got to say. But if they didn't, then I don't think they deserved a backlash, and obviously they did nothing wrong. Anyway, that's been Joseph the World. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, peace. And if anything else does actually come out about this, like if they do respond and admit to cutting the queue, I will probably make another video on this. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.